A conservative host recently called out Donald Trump's administration over the recent crowd flap, and of course Kellyanne Conway's famous alternative facts. Now, I'm going to show you a video with Charlie Sykes. Now, Charlie Sykes is a conservative that I've talked about before. Now, he's basically come out and said, what we're doing in conservative media is creating an alternate reality. We're saying that the media, you can't trust the media. So you can only trust us. So creating this alternative reality, this bubble of conservative media. Now, he also called out places like Breitbart, Drudge Report, Fox News, and InfoWars as purveyors of that alternative conservative reality where facts do not exist, but apparently alternative facts do. Now, what he's going to do is that he's going to talk to Brian Williams about this, who has had his own problems with being honest. Let's be 100% on that. But let's watch this exchange because this is great. Let's take a look.
Charlie, I have always said about you, we've had a lot of guests on the air during this campaign season, a lot of people where you're sitting at the desk who have changed. They've changed before our eyes who they are and what they believe in. You are a very loyal Republican from the Midwestern U.S. And during that montage at the top of the broadcast, I was watching you too, and you were nodding no. You find this highly disturbing.
Well, it is disturbing. I mean, first of all, yes, it's a distraction, you know, and yes, obviously it's a lie about the numbers, but this is really not about the numbers anymore, and it's really not about voter fraud. It's about the whole concept of reality and about truth and about whether or not this administration is, in fact, going to be an alternative reality administration.
Alternative reality administration. Well, I mean, look, we already have alternative facts, so why not have an alternative reality administration built on those facts? Because that's what we have. No, actually, I'm going to sort of disagree. I'm going to say it's not really even about that, really, but more about feelings. Let's break it down here. Now, conservatives always like to say liberals are always thinking about their feelings, always, not thinking about anything. Well, here's Donald Trump, who's nothing but a bowl of feelings. This is the guy who's got a giant ego. That's what he rules with. When somebody offends him, he goes to Twitter. He's not doing his job. He's not running the country. No, he's going and mocking people on Twitter, or going after people on Twitter who say anything even remotely negative about him. And so you've got, anybody who proves him wrong or reminds him how unpopular he is with the crowd size thing, with the majority of the American people, when he gets mad at. He lashes out, calls it fake news, has random press conferences where he just goes off and starts, going after his enemies. So that's what he does. It's about feelings. He is the special snowflake. Now, Sykes continues, and this is great.
We have a president who is deeply engaged with some of these conspiracy theories. So I'm not sure that there's a strategy here. It's more like an obsession that they cannot stop. I mean, here you have a president of the United States that calls Alex Jones from InfoWars the week after the election. And the fact that Sean Spicer apparently is not able to push back, that he seems to think that it's a legitimate argument to say, well, the president believes it, as if somehow what the president believes makes it factual, which it does not. This is a real problem for this administration, and I've got to imagine that there are people in the White House who are just tearing their hair out right now by the way in which this story is stepping on the president's agenda.
Nailed it. Yes, I can imagine there are a lot of people in the White House that are tearing their hair out right now. Remember, his aides have to keep him away from Twitter because of his ego. They got to keep him away from Twitter. They got to keep him away from the TV so that he makes sure that he does not hear anything that upsets him, because then he's going to have a single-minded focus on getting revenge. Oh, I got to go do this. I got to send Sean Spicer out here to say that my crowds were the biggest ever, period. When it's not even remotely true. But he's got to feed his ego. And so this administration is really, it ends up turning facts on their head in order to suit the ego of a giant man-child. They don't believe in facts. They don't believe in logic. They don't believe in truth. And let me tell you why. A lot of that blame, you can put it on the media. Mostly right-wing media, but you've got corporate media as well. The corporate media didn't challenge any of these narratives. before. In fact, they elevated Donald Trump. The DNC, for example, elevated Donald Trump because they thought Hillary Clinton would have an easier time of beating this guy. Apparently not. Now, you also have the false narrative between Republicans and Democrats when they had them on their shows. Democrats say this, Republicans say that, you decide. Or you also had the so-called debates on climate change, where they would bring on a climate denier and a politician. They'd never bring on a scientist, and then they'd call the whole thing even. So yeah, part of this alternative reality is the fault of corporate media for not having a spine and standing up against these narratives. And as well is the complete drivel coming from people like Alex Jones and some of the right wing. In fact, I want to show you some of the drivel. If you don't believe me, this is what Donald Trump hears from Alex Jones.
The globalists are building a world, in their own words, where normal human life is over. It's a total revolution against the planet itself. It's an elite playing God. And I've done my research, and even 10 years ago, I wasn't like this. I talk about it, I get chills, folks. It's the devil, okay? And the churches aren't going to tell you. It is an alien force, not of this world, attacking humanity like the Bible and every other ancient text says. And you can read the Bible. It's hiding in plain view, folks. It's not of this world. I don't know exactly what it is or what it's doing, but this is not human intelligence, okay? It's not human intelligence we're facing. I refuse to fight with everybody. All the stupid racist white people, the stupid racist black people, all the stupid racist Mexicans, all of you. I can't stand you. You're idiots. We're under attack. Everybody's under attack. The elite hate Trump. Let me tell you, if he is a psyop, he's the most sophisticated one I ever saw. And even if he is, he's a revelation of the awakening, and they're having to pull this trick to try to divert us. Doesn't matter. It's part of the awakening. Humanity has got to get off world. We need access to the life extension technologies. Talk about discrimination. Forget skin color. I want the advanced life extension. I want to go to space. I want to see interdimensional travel. I want what God promised us, and I won't sit here and watch Satan steal it. That's the fight. That's the key. That's everything.
That is who has the ear of the President of the United States. God help us all. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent, non-corporate media, go to our Patreon page and become a patron. Patreon.com/TYTNation.